Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to all of the Libras out there. If you are a Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, or North Node, this is your tarot reading for the upcoming month of December. And in case any of you are interested, I will be using the Tarot of the Sacred Feminine because I just feel we could all be influencing and increasing our sisterhood and our femininity in these coming times. So, with all of that said, let's see what Libra has in store for the end of 2024. This is interesting. So, the first card to come out was the Knight of Swords reversed. We had the Five of Cups reversed, the Eight, and the Queen. Queen or King? Oh, I always get the crowns confused. Let me check if this is Queen or King. Pause. King. Okay. Okay. So the King, the Eight, and the King of Pentacles. Jeez Louise. It's falling out of my hand. And then we had the Lovers reversed, the World reversed, and the Wheel of Fortune upright. And at the bottom of the deck, in true Libra fashion, we have Justice. So, first impressions, just looking at this, especially with this World reverse here and the Wheel of Fortune, you're moving away from a situation that caused you to feel lesser of yourself, and not only of yourself, that caused you to feel lesser of the world and caused you to have a really pessimistic view of where you are, where you're going, what's available to you. You're moving away from that, which is emphasized by the Lovers reverse. So when it's reversed, this is really self-love. It's a focus on the self, the inner relationship with self. So you are moving away from that and you are being guided divinely. And it almost feels like you making the conscious choice to move away from this situation that caused you to feel those things, whether it was another person or a group or a job or an opportunity, whatever it is. There was some sort of situation that caused you to feel these things, and you made the active choice to say, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to start making my move to exit and find something else that's actually right for me, that makes me feel good about who I am, and where I'm going. And the world. Again, I feel like this, whatever this was, it really, really altered your brain chemistry in a way that for a while you've just been like cynical and not really trusting is the word that wants to come up. Not really trusting, not hopeful, and in a way you were preventing yourself from surrendering to the process. Everybody say hi to Nelly. She's making her rounds. Go ahead, girlie. You weren't surrendering to the process. And the kicker is, and I think you're realizing this in real time, the kicker is these blessings were always meant for you. These blessings were always available to you. It was just up to you to make that first step to make like a conscious change in your settings. And again, as Nelly is doing right now. Ooh, girly, go on your perch, girly. Okay, she's just gonna sit with me over here. Okay, but what is the kicker, as I was saying, is it was almost like the universe was just waiting for you to make the move to change your circumstances, which is a similar message that Virgo got. That keeps happening. Every reading I'm doing, like the next one kind of sort of relates to the one before it. That's really interesting. But that's where justice comes in. You were in this situation feeling these types of ways because you were accepting it in a way. Unconsciously, you were accepting it. You were thinking you were deserving of it, which you weren't. Um, you were thinking you were deserving of this fate of cynicism and pessimism and just feeling disconnected from self, but that's not in your path. That's not what your karma is on this earth. So it's almost like you are realigning to your karmic path by consciously making the move to exit the situation. And I feel that, especially with the Knight of Swords, it's something that may have taken a long time. It may have taken a long time to actually say, you know what? Nope, I'm not staying here anymore. Because Knight of Swords upright is a very fast-paced, fast-moving energy. Reversed, it's almost like molasses. It's like you have the momentum behind you, but you're stuck. Like you can only move through syrup. And I think that's what it was. It took some sort of trigger to make you realize, why have I been in this thing for so long? Why have I been doing this for so long? And as you're actively moving away from that, you are moving towards this Eight of Pentacles and King of Pentacles energy. I can't tell you what the situation is going to be, but essentially, I feel that this is the next, not the next step, but this is the next destination where you're going to be working hard and diligently to get there. But it'll be like a fulfilling work because you are reconnecting with yourself in the process, rediscovering what you love as an individual, what you are here on earth to do. And so even though you are working hard towards that, it is fulfilling. It's a very fulfilling work because it's self-work and it's realigning and it's self-love. It's self-love in that way, which is ultimately bringing you to the King of Pentacles. Total like success, how you define it, stability, a solid foundation, good reputation in your community, financial gains, things, whatever your version of success looks like, that's what you're heading towards. But it's taking moving out of this situation in order to get there. Now, with all of that said, with the world reversed as well, there might be some sort of delay. There might be some sort of delay because maybe you think that there is some sort of cycle or pattern that's not quite ended yet. And maybe this just goes into the Knight of Swords reverse too, where it's like your body and your soul is ready to walk away, but your mind is like, wait, but what about this? And I can't tell you if that's the right or wrong decision. That'll be something that you have to discover on your own through the process. And that's all that wants to be said. But ultimately, I think like you will end up moving away from this situation. You will end up moving away from this situation. And once you do step out of that, it'll be like a breath of fresh air. And again, the blessings are going to fall into place. Like things will fall into place for you once you make that first step to move forward with your life. You just have to be ready for the change. Or even if you don't feel ready, you have to be willing to surrender. Again, that word surrender. You have to be willing to surrender to the change, surrender to the process, surrender back to yourself. Because that's what it's all about. You are doing this for you. You're doing this for you. And when you do things for you, finally, and I think this situation might have been something that you weren't focused on yourself. Maybe you were focused on fitting in, or maybe you were focused on, if it was a relationship, just keeping the relationship harmonious. Maybe you were, if it was a job, maybe you were focused on being the mediator with everybody and making sure everybody is seen and heard and listened to and their ideals look great. But where's the space for you when you're so focused on what's going on outside of you? Libra, December. December is your month to recalibrate your focus, recalibrate your energy back to you. Back to you because you deserve it. You deserve that. Let's see what else the cards have in store for you guys. And December is not only a month of recalibration, you're quite literally rebalancing your scales. That really wanted to be said. You're rebalancing your scales. Where for a while I think they were drastically tipped to one side, you're finding that balance again. Congratulations. Oh, another Pentacles. Huh. Interesting. So, High Priestess, she was on the bottom of the deck before I started. That's a great sign. Eight of Wands, Eight of Swords, and the Nine of Swords reverse. Huh. I'll show you the upright symbolism of the Nine of Swords here. It's Medusa. So if we're looking strictly at the symbolism of this deck and not focusing on the original Rider-Waite symbolism, Medusa is all about having power, having her own control, and being able to make people who do her or other women wrong turn to stone. Therefore, abruptly taking their life from them, therefore taking her power back and helping other women take their power back as well. So if we're looking at the reverse card for this deck specifically, it's almost like there's a trepidation in taking your power back. There's a trepidation in it where you're like, you're not quite sure if you're ready to do that. But the High Priestess here tells me the High Priestess and the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, you not taking your power back, you are putting yourself in this self-imposed prison. And if you look closely, she's not even trapped. She can fit in between these two pillars. She can easily walk out of there and be like, oh, look at that, I'm free. She's doing this to herself, this feeling of being trapped and the estrangement wants to come through. She's ultimately doing it to herself. And by doing that, she is keeping herself from stepping into her true form, her true power. But the High Priestess energy tells me that there's like an inner knowing, an inner voice that is there to allow you to fully integrate and become one between your unconscious and conscious self. The High Priestess sits at the gateway between the physical realm and the spiritual realm, the conscious and the unconscious. She sits at the doorway and she lets some people through, some people are not allowed through. That's neither here nor there, but she is the keeper of wisdom. The wisdom that passes between worlds. And when she appears, and she's such a deeply strong feminine archetype that I think Libra also really represents in that manner. When you're in your power, it's more balanced. Libra isn't only feminine. Actually, Libra is masculine in the zodiac. But regardless, regardless, there is a merging of the two sides of yourself that is waiting for you. And it's waiting for you to recognize the strength that's in your power. There's nothing to fear out of the power you hold. It's wisdom. It's connectivity. It's your divine truth on this earth. It's your divine truth. And I feel that the wisdom of the High Priestess and the wisdom of Justice here, there's balance. There's karmic balance. And I think maybe you might be afraid to tap into that power because maybe you got like a glimpse of it. Because your power has been like if we're looking at a valve, for example, your power, your personal power has been shut off for far too long because you've been so focused on elevating others or elevating others' comfort, even if it's not powers, where now you are starting to make the conscious decisions to walk away from this situation that has kept you with the valve off. And as soon as you took that first step, all of a sudden it's like the floodgates were open. And that might have terrified you to recognize what you've been holding back for so long. So you quickly were like, no, 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 no. So it's like you started to walk away and you're like, oh, yeah, this is great. Let's do it. And then the valve opened and you're like, what is happening? I'm not comfortable with this. This is too much too soon. And so that's when you almost reverted and went back into that self-imposed prison and started denying yourself the powers that you hold. And there might be something to do with your dreams too. There might be something to do with your dreams. So potentially some of your abilities or powers have been coming through your dreams since you left this situation, and that might be freaking you out. Or maybe your dreams are holding the key to the message you need in order to progress readily. Write down your dreams. Write down your dreams. And again, High Priestess is the keeper of the wisdom, the keeper of the doorway between the unconscious and the conscious realm. Where do we go when we sleep? We are in between the unconscious and the conscious realm. Write down your dreams. There's wisdom in your dreams for you. Write down your dreams. Write down your dreams. Starting today, starting tomorrow, I guess, because you have to fall asleep. Starting tomorrow, as soon as you wake up, keep your journal next to your bed. Write down your dreams. Write down your dreams. Write down your dreams. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to say it again at the end too. So write down your dreams. Write them down. But with that said, with the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands upright, there's also a fast pace. Well, this is actually an interesting dynamic because Eight of Wands is very fast paced movement towards your destiny. Like you can see, this is like Vision Quest kind of imagery here. You like it's almost like the wind is blowing you along your path. You have no choice but to move forward, but it's towards your greatest destiny, and you feel like you are gaining clarity as you move forward towards that vision, where the Knight of Pentacles is kind of the opposite of that. It's a knowing that this is going to be a long-term gain, that instant gratification is not going to be what you obtain here. Oh, it's such an interesting dynamic. It's almost like you are moving quickly toward the you're moving quickly along your path, not necessarily quickly towards your destination. And I think that's what it is. Once you take those steps to leave the situation, it'll be very fast paced forward movement, but there's a journey ahead that you will have to be patient for in order to see the rewards of your progress. And that's really emphasized here with the Eight and the King of Pentacles as well. Because again, Pentacles is all about patience with the process. It's allowing yourself to really immerse yourself in the process and recognize that any instant gratification you could get would never be as fulfilling as what is waiting for you on the end of this journey, what is waiting for you on the other side of this vision quest, whatever it may be. So while you feel you are being steadily pushed forward at a rapid pace, know that the journey might take some time. You're not going to get there immediately, but when you do get there, you will feel so fulfilled. You will have gained so much wisdom and knowledge and love and ability and recognition of the power that you hold, that it's like you don't need instant gratification. You're like, ew, bugger that. Like, I don't need that because what I've gained along the path, it really is, oh my God, that's what that is. That combination of cards, the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. It's about the journey, not the destination. It's about the journey, not the destination. And look at those crescent moons on both of those cards, on the horse and in the sky. And they're kind of mirroring each other on opposite sides of the cards. It's not about, wait, did I say it? I think I said it backwards. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. I might have said it backwards before. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. There's so much waiting for you. But, and this is big, what's waiting for you, you would not know how to handle it if you didn't learn what you did along the journey. If, we're looking at this from another perspective, say, I don't even know how to describe this. It's almost like you have to metamorphosize yourself in order to recognize the blessings that await you at the end of this journey. And it is through the journey that you will find that metamorphosis. Whereas, like, think of a board game, right? I'm picturing Candyland. You have to go through all of the steps and all of the steps. And sure, there are some shortcuts, but there's no shortcuts bring you from step one until the very end. And as you go, you'll find the shortcuts even along your own journey. But it's like through Candyland, you travel through like Gumdrop Forest and like Ice Cream Mountain and like La La Land and all of the different fields, and you learn things about yourself with every step, with every single place you visit. And those things you are learning about yourself in the world are what you need, because once you reach the castle, there's going to be like you wouldn't know how to be grateful for what the castle holds if you just went right up to it, is what I'm trying to say. It's like a very clear vision, but it's hard to get the words to match that. But I think I'm being clear enough, and hopefully that is the case. If not, leave a comment because I'll try to explain it a little better. But you need the journey in order to become the fullest version of yourself that will be ready to receive the blessings that that castle holds, that the end of this journey holds. And remember, the end of the journey isn't just the end all be all. The end of the journey is the start of another one. And so you need to learn, you need to go step by step for this journey, because whenever you do reach the end of this journey, It's going to be the start of another one where you are going to need the lessons and the blessings and the wisdom of every step of this journey in order to progress further. And last thing, this one's to be noted, Three of Swords reverse was on the bottom of the deck here. And if we think of the original Rider-Waite symbolism, the Three of Swords, when upright, it's a heart, and then three swords stabbing the heart. Very, very painful, very heartache. But when it's reverse, gravity does the trick where the swords are gently falling out of the heart, where the heart is finally getting a chance to breathe again. So if you're worried about heartache leaving this initial situation, know that it will hurt or it may hurt, I should say, for a time, but that hurt is going to dissipate so readily once you make the choice to move forward and choose yourself. It's Libra, it is well beyond time you chose yourself. I swear. I swear. Whew, that was good. That was really good. And I feel like this is something that you guys could always benefit from hearing. You're allowed to put yourself first, Libra. But of course, with all of that said, this was a general reading, so it's possible not everything resonated. If that is the case, I advise you to check out my website linked in the description below. You can book with me directly on there for tarot, astrology, and human design. Numerology is coming in 2025, so keep a lookout for that. If you did like this reading at all, leave me a like, leave me a comment, let me know how you liked it. Or again, if you have questions about what the heck I was trying to describe, leave a comment. I am usually better with typing words than I am at dispelling them. Also, of course, we do this every single month for all of the signs. So if you are interested in getting your forecast for the month ahead, according to the tarot cards, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I would love to see you guys here in the future. But other than that, Libra, I'm telling you, December is a month of choosing yourself and setting off on this journey towards your ultimate fulfillment. But December is not the fulfillment. December is the journey. December is the journey. Anything that provides instant gratification, throw it away right now. Be like, thanks, but I don't need that. I've got a path to follow. Oh, Libra, this is such a beautiful reading. And I'm proud of you for taking the steps to change your circumstances. If nobody else tells you, I'm telling you now. Woo, I'm excited. All right, well, good luck, Libras, and I'll see you next time.